10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, go. Okay. We're going to start at the house again. That is what I've been doing lately. Heart piece. Okay. This is already looking like a pretty quality sprite. I will take this sign so that I may kill a blue guard. And then I can check the tree pole. Tier 1 tree pole is... oh, just individual dollars. Oh boy. Alright, what's Uncle got for me? Uncle has bombos. Okay. Uncle tried to storm the castle with nothing but his magic medallion that summons fire. Excuse me, guys. And 100 rupees there. Okay, do you have anything for me? No. Okay. Save and quit. Okay, so we got some money. And we discovered that the tree pole is worthless. Well, worthless. It's worth $4. Tier 1 tree pole, only $4. There will not be a situation I find myself in where 4 rupees makes the difference. I don't imagine. I will check this. 10 arrows. Again, not super useful, but something. I was tempted for a moment to fight those guards, but Kill that pickle, so we can start to set up a tier 2 tree pole. Just arrows, okay. We don't need that either. We'll find out what's on the Aga ledge. A sword! Oh no. Well, the good news is... God, there's not a lot of good news there. $5. So yeah, a sword being there means that I'm probably not going to get the gold sword. Okay, oh, the bow! Suddenly those arrows are useful at least. And did I kill enough things to set up this tier 2 tree pole? I did, and it's full magic. That's not bad, at least. In a pinch, we can rely on that for a magic refill. Yeah, if I'm fighting Ganon and I run out of magic and I don't have any potions, there's enough guys milling around Ganon's pyramid that I should be able to just kill like 3 of them and then pull on one of the statues. Yeah, that's not a bad thing at all. Also, gonna get this bomb from the Bonk Rocks, because I have not found bombs yet. So we only have 1. I'm gonna use that 1 bomb in Blind's hut. If I don't find bombs down here, then I can at least double back and go grab another one. Flippers. Okay, we can do the doggy paddle. Arrows to refill the 1 arrow I shot. Shovel. Putting in legwork for me. And Moon Pearl. Ugh. Okay. Another heart. Or heart container. Or heart. Piece of heart. Ace Heart Private Eye. There we go. Another film noir reference. Except that's not film. That's a TV show. What am I doing? I didn't find bombs. So there was a TV show that the Jim Henson Company did back in the day called Dog City. There was a dog cartoonist. Ooh, lamp. There was a dog cartoonist who, like, did, like, an animated series. And he was like a puppet. And he lived in a building, and he talked to his animated series character, who was a private eye named Ace Hart. He was also a dog, but he was animated. Think of it like Who Framed Roger Rabbit in terms of, like, animals interacting with, or cartoons interacting with people, except it was puppets interacting with cartoons. And even then, not quite on that same level. God. Yeah, it was a surprisingly good show. Like, Elliot would be talking to his like, drawing table, basically, and Ace would be on the page and, like, talk back at him. I still don't have bombs. Oh my god. I'm not running back up for another bomb. I'm gonna check this chest. $50. Okay. $50 can buy many bombs. I don't have a bottle, right? No, I don't have a bottle. Okay. Exactly. Talking to the OC. We've all done it. We all know how that works. Yeah, so he just, like, would fight the mob, and, you know, there was, like, a little bulldog who was, like, the lead villain, and he had, like, a bunch of random gangsters working for him and stuff. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. The chief of police was a lady dog who was like his love interest. She kind of looked like, I mean, she's a border collie, so she looked like a border collie. So, like, picture a cartoon border collie lady, and, oh, there's bombs. Okay. Kind of, except, like, I don't know, Ace didn't drive her wild the way that House, like, infuriates Cuddy. Ace never went to jail for driving his car through her living room wall. Oh yeah, that was the thing that happened in the later season. Oh look, sword. Yeah, basically, okay. So, like, towards the end, they made House and Cuddy a couple. They actually, like, they solved the will they won't they problem by just saying, yeah, they will. And so they did. And, what wound up happening was, like, he got jealous or something. Oh, mirror. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Save and quit. I probably should have just walked out of there, but whatever. Crunch, crunch. But yeah, he got jealous or something. I don't remember exactly what the inciting incident was. But yeah, he straight up just drove his car after she like broke up with him for some reason. And he got mad and he drove his car through the side of her house. And then he went to jail for, well, he went to jail for a while, apparently, but, like, he got, like, out on, a deal. Basically, okay, Cuddy's actress, like, was leaving the show, so they needed to write her out, so she was just, like, so they just let him do that, and then she just moved away. 'Cause you're not gonna stick around when, you know, this guy who ostensibly works for you will do something like that. So Foreman has taken her job, and now House has to deal with him. But there's one episode where House just is in jail. And, yeah, he's, like, getting out on parole, and so all the other prisoners know, you know, that they can screw with him because he can't fight back. Oh! Okay, well, we can do Desert... Wait, we can't do Desert Palace, we need a glove. the show did kind of go off the rails. That said, I do appreciate the prison episode, because there's much in the same way Gene Hackman was uncredited in your movie you mentioned earlier. A certain actor that you might know as Steve Urkel was in that episode of House uncredited. I just happened to spot him and was like, oh my god, it's Jaleel White. What's he doing here? Probably working for SAG Scale. Oh, there's our glove. Okay, we can do desert. Oh god, the people that were on that show, like, I know, like, so John Larroquette was in like one episode, and I'm a fan of him. He's fun, he's entertaining, but also they straight up just had what's his name, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Oh god, the hook shot, I need that. Lin-Manuel Miranda was in no, he wasn't even in an episode, he was a recurring character. He was in House's support group in his, like, when he had to go for therapy. $20! Yeah! Yeah, House had, like mandated therapy he needed to do. Like, they put him in a psych ward. And, Captain Holt from Brooklyn Nine-Nine was his doctor. And, you know, it's interesting stuff. You know, Andre Braugher is always a fun actor. But yeah, Lin-Manuel Miranda's character was basically 24/7 manic. Bottle. Okay. What does the fountain give me in my bottle? Green potion. I'll take it. I don't have money for Zora, but I can get the ledge, so I'm gonna go up here. God. There's a YouTube channel that I watch sometimes where, like, there's an actual British doctor who is reacting to episodes of House and trying to, like, guess what the actual diagnosis is before, you know, the show gets there. And, I never checked the map. And it's entertaining, but like the last episode that he uploaded. Okay, we're gonna go to Desert Palace. The last episode that he uploaded was, I believe, the episode right before possibly my favorite episode of the series. At the end of the episode, we find out that House has been taking an experimental drug that's meant to, like, regrow muscle. I'm just gonna go do the dungeon first. $300, I'll grab that too. Sweet. Yeah, so he's taking this experimental drug that's meant to regrow your muscle, and, like, yeah, they've been testing it on mice in the hospital, basically. And he heard about the trial, so he went in and he grabbed it so that he could try to, like, fix his you know, screwed up leg. Because, you know, the man is living in considerable pain every day. Who can blame him, right? And so, like, we find out about that. And then the very next episode, I believe, is the one where we find out that the mice keep getting tumors. And House finds this out and decides that he needs to do something about that. So, and this is the thing. Literally, everybody has a bad time in this episode. I love it. That hint tile is not a hint. Yeah, everybody has a bad time in this episode. House steals a bunch of, like, anesthetic from the hospital and sits himself down in his own bathtub and starts, like, cutting into his leg to remove the tumors that he has, like, an x-ray scan for. Not advisable. So he's doing that, and he's having a bad time. Because of course he is. Heart piece, okay. Yep, he's doing surgery on himself. He would not be the first Doctor to have done so, even on that series, now that I think about it. But, still not a good idea. Did I go to the big chest? No, I didn't go to the big chest. While he's doing that, Foreman and Taub go to... I mean, he gets the tumors out, but, like, you know, he realizes partway through that he's in way over his head, and so he's, like, on the phone trying to call Wilson, and Wilson is just asleep. Wilson's the only person who has a decent day, and it's because he sleeps through everything. Meanwhile, Taub and Foreman have gone to a strip club, and I don't know if you remember, but Taub, before he started working for House, Taub was a cosmetic surgeon. That's the wrong pot. That's the right pot. Oh no, that's Chase. Taub is like the short, balding guy who was having an affair. He joined the team later. If you've only watched like the first season, you wouldn't have run into Taub. Okay, fair. He's fun. He's entertaining, and he was a cosmetic surgeon before he joined House's team. Ow! Don't touch me. Ow. Okay. I should be good with what I've got. Yeah, I'll just use the ice rod to kill the graboids. Anyway, so Taub and Foreman were at a strip club, and Taub spots a suspicious-looking mole on a stripper. And so he's concerned, and so he's like trying to be like, hey, can I see that? To the stripper, and she's just like, you know, stay away from me, you creep. And ooh, blue cane, okay. And he approaches her like in the parking lot afterwards, trying to be like, look, I'm a doctor, I know what I'm talking about. But she just thinks he's being like a stalker. So she like pulls a gun on him, and so like she's got him like down on his knees in the parking lot behind a strip club with a gun to his head, and like, so that's a bad time. And Chase and 13 are also hanging out. They don't usually hang out. 13 is another character who joined the team after you stopped watching, apparently. She's played by Olivia Wilde. She's great. It is a crazy episode. That's the best part. What's in here? $1. Wow. Okay. So yeah... 13 has an ex-girlfriend show up from prison, and she's like, I'm overdosing on drugs, please help me. And Chase is there too, and the two of them end up getting into like a literal fist fight over whether or not to turn her ex-girlfriend over to like the cops because she's been involved with a crime or something. And he's like, if we don't take her to the police, she's going to die of blood loss, so like, what do you want? I do have the ability to go up the mountain. Let's go up the mountain. I'm like, should I do Eastern? I shouldn't do Eastern. I should go up the mountain. No, I should check the back of, Escape. Yeah, so like, this is the thing. Everybody's has their own incredibly stressful, very screwed up situation on the go. And House is trying to call all of them because he realizes he's going to, like, die in his bathtub. And nobody's answering their phones because everybody's so busy with their own shit. So he ends up calling Cuddy. And that's, I think, like, a real turning point for those two. Alright, let's grab whatever's in Dark Cross. We do have a sword, we have a lamp, so Dark Cross is not so bad. Excuse me. Hey, Wilson was having a good night's sleep. You know, he getting to bed early. I can appreciate it. But yeah, that was an absolutely magical episode, and I don't know. There's something fun about an episode of a TV show where everybody has a real bad time. All right, up the mountain. Yeah, that show had some wild episodes, and like, so the first few seasons really leaned into like the medical procedural aspect of the thing. You know, like, the main thrust of the episode was solving the patient's mystery ailment, basically. Whereas once they switched up the team, like, Cameron left the show because, the whole shit that went down with her and House. Chase left the team because of all the shit that went down with Cameron and House. And Foreman was always Foreman sticks around. Can't get rid of Foreman. Her and House had like a will they won't they situation for like the first season and change, I believe. And it was kind of like an awkward thing to have followed them even after her and Chase started being an item. If I recall correctly. Ow. Ow. That's fair. House Wilson is the more rewarding dynamic. $300 up there, okay. And in here we have a heart piece, okay. Yeah, Cameron needed to go anyway because she was getting work on a Once Upon a Time. Hey, look at that. Now, she does show up a few times in, like, later episodes. She still sort of works at the hospital. She's not, like, completely gone. God, we're gonna do this! It's a crystal dungeon, and I can clear it. Heart piece? I don't need it. What do you have for me? Heart containers and ice palace. Alright. Small key. Basement is required. Hello, welcome on in. Oh, we're not super far in. We've only been going for like 20 minutes. We're just talking about House. Oh, and now that we're here, I'm going to have a drink while these tiles fling themselves futilely at my face. But yeah, no, it's, I don't know, the original team is interesting, but I like them all better as supporting characters rather than the main team. Meanwhile, every time his new team gets, like, a shakeup, it's great. Like, there was a whole season that was devoted to just, like, House trying to select a new team from a bunch of student candidates. And, like, he kept eliminating them as they went, for reasons. You know, like, oh, you failed to diagnose this thing, so you're out, sort of thing. Ow. Be dead. Okay. Yeah, that was a fun season. And, if I recall, Wilson wound up dating one of those student candidates. That is fair. Oh, I mean, we knew that was going to happen. God, the question is, do I want to take the 50-50 and skip the big chest? I do not want to take that chance, because climbing back up this tower will suck. It was bombs, okay. Tower of Hair only has 2 items, so I've seen both of them. Wilson did indeed date somebody who wasn't House. Her name was Amber. And the audience did not care for her. But that was also kind of the point of the character. Alright, we have just fighter's swords, so we need to be a little bit careful with this. God, I don't remember... No! Wilson's pre-show or like start of show relationships. I do know that House had an ex-wife who was like a recurring character for the first season or so. Oh, bonked again. I wonder if I should try the blue cane. I don't know if the blue cane will hurt him. I mean, no better time than now to check. It doesn't. Okay, well. Blue cane, not exactly useful. Dot into the middle. Ah! Oh yeah, Wilson has a long string of very unsuccessful relationships. But like, I wasn't sure if any of them made it to the marriage stage. But yeah, it looks like a couple of them did. Don't you do it. There we go. I just needed to stop trying to go for spins. It kills him faster. If you can land them, and apparently I couldn't. I forgot Discord has been forgetting about streamer mode. Okay. I'll fiddle with that setting in a minute. I don't have the hammer, so I can't do anything over there. I have the blue cane and half magic. I don't have the hammer. I can't do Spike Cave. Alright, save and quit. Okay, there we go. God, where am I gonna go? Let's go to, I guess I can do Eastern. God, I know that Wilson is based on Dr. Watson, so I don't know if, like... I know Watson did get married in like, the Holmes books. But I don't know if he had like a string of unsuccessful relationships before then that they might be referencing with Wilson. Speed glitch, not triggering. Okay. Where's my green pendant? Turtle Rock. Oh, Jesus. $20. 10 arrows. $300. Okay, the smart money is probably... Alright, we got it. And then I lost it. The smart money is to do Eastern. But also I know that I can go give King Zora money and he'll give me something. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Man, it was a fun show. You know, that's one item. How many items are in Eastern? 3. Okay. It's one of 3. God, I saw like the worst clickbait article ever the other day. They're talking about like, oh, here's 2 things that did the same property, but one did it totally better than the other. And it was, you know, they were comparing like, you know, Psych and the Mentalist, or, you know, things like that came out around the same time, but one of them was like kind of better than the other. And they had the gall to put like BBC Sherlock and Elementary up against each other, and everybody in the comments was eviscerating them because BBC Sherlock had like one good season, and it devolved into like, oh, it's the Sherlock versus Moriarty show. When, I mean, I get it, but like, dude only showed up in like 2 books. And he died in one of them. So, you know, I get that he's like a big deal to the lore because, wait. Glove is in a cold cave. I have that already. I don't have the big key, so that means the big key is in the vanilla location, so off we go over here. Yeah, I just... the show went off the rails so bad. Like, they straight up kill Watson's wife so that she can explicitly say in a recording, "Be with Sherlock, he needs you more than me." I'm like, excuse me, what? There's our big key, of course. And I believe Watson's wife was even played by... She might have been played by Martin Freeman's actual wife. I know she was somebody's actual wife on the show, but it might have been him. It might have been Stephen Moffat. All right, compass. Yeah, don't... Moffat needs somebody to check his work, basically. No... You know, he can write parts of a story fine. Don't trust him to do the whole thing. The Irene Adler plot was just, like, extremely distasteful and had the stupidest solution to a crime ever. Somebody killed somebody with a boomerang, and so the murder weapon came back, and that's how we don't find any hints to it or anything. And I'm like, boomerang, okay. And they solved that crime just by not even seeing the crime scene. Sure. I missed that shot. See, it's wild because, like, with me, Hugh Laurie, I first saw him with the British accent, and then, like... But then my biggest exposure to him was House. Like, I first saw him on Blackadder. And, like, when I realized, wait, that guy's Dr. House, my brain, like, clicked and was like, wait, they sound nothing alike. How does he do that? Like, not even just the accent. House is, like... God, what do I have? Oh god, you know what I can do? The ether tablet. No, I can't. We gotta go do castle. Okay, we're going to the castle. Yeah. So Hugh Laurie's British accent was like my first exposure to him with that. And then after that, it was like, after that, House was like the thing that really cemented him as like a figure in my head. But yeah, I've seen him in a lot of other things too. He's usually pretty entertaining. God, I even watched that, there's a Disney movie. Like they tried to follow up on the success of Pirates of the Caribbean by saying, what if we made a movie about another one of our rides? And so they did Tomorrowland, which is about a secret society where geniuses invent things. It wasn't great, but like I enjoyed it. I don't know, it was fun. Hugh Laurie's there. George Clooney's there. Key from Key and Peele is there. Briefly. And I don't remember anybody else. What a terrible shot. Oh, the cape. Oh, the cape. Oh, no. Okay. With the discovery of the cape, I am very quickly leaning into this being an Agaseed. Because I couldn't get to him before because I only have the fighter's sword. Okay. If you stand below that guy, immediately below him, he can't hit you. So that fight can actually be pretty easily cheesed out. God, I can't believe we're going to fight Aga. I thought I was going to be able to avoid this. It's possible I could avoid it. Maybe my hammer is on Zora, and I don't know. You know what? Yeah. I will say, of, like, doctors in media, he's the one played by a British actor who I feel does the best job of aping the American accent. I know when I watched Doctor Strange, I was, like, not super impressed by Benedict Cumberbatch's attempts at a North American accent. It was not good. I could just feel him breaking at times, and I'm like, this is... no. But also, they had much better choices for Doctor Strange than him anyway, so... I don't know. Personal preference thing at this point. He's got to be getting another movie at some point. Yeah, his sequel was just straight up, like, bait for another movie. Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness, was like... It literally ended with him... Like, somebody showed up through a portal and was like, hey, it's me, I'm here to advertise the third movie. Like, that's how the movie ended. That was the after credits scene. Just... portal opens, somebody steps out, we're doing another movie. I'm just gonna bombos all these guys. I don't know if this is faster or not, but it's what I want to do. Less fuss. I'm sure I'll get my magic back after I beat Aga, right? It feels like something that'll happen. Oh! Oh! Are you serious? This guard is going to kill me. I have to be very careful because I have 1 health now. And my only potion is green. I can bounce Aga's magic back at him using the fighter's sword. So here we are doing this. You just can't climb the tower without the Master Sword, unless you have the cape. Alright, let's do our best here. That's 1. Are you serious? That's 2. Three. Blue balls. I should really get the cape ready, just in case. 4. Just 2 more hits. Blue. Oh, okay. All right. 5. Just need 1 more hit on him. Okay. Did not want to take any chances there. Alright, getting all my health back. Thank God. I was concerned for my safety. Bombs, I don't need that. Okay. You know what, while we're here, let's check the other tree pole. Okay. 2 of my tree poles are just that. You know what? I can't... Can I even get up here? Yeah, I can. I have the glove. I can lift that. Am I able to swim across the river? No. Okay. There's only stairs on this side. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do catfish. And use the mirror to travel to Zora's domain and then see what Zora's got. And then after that, if I haven't found progress, I'm going to go get the Master Sword from the tree and then check Ether Tablet. Because while this is technically Dark World access, you can't really do anything with just this area here. I mean, I suppose I could go to, oh look, $300. I suppose I could go to Palace of Darkness. I can't beat Palace of Darkness because I don't have the map. I have another bottle with stuff in it, don't I? Yeah, B. Give me that green potion. At this point, I don't have a ton of health, and I'm taking a lot of hits. So, green potion might not be bad because I have the blue cane and the cape. Now, the ledge over there just has 20 bucks. I don't care about that. So, we're not picking it up. Or some piddling crap. It might not have been 20 bucks exactly. I'm pretty sure it's 20, though. Oh boy, 10 arrows. Okay. Well. Save and quit out of there, I guess. We have bottles now. Let's go to the sick kid. You never know. Sick kid might give me hammer. God, right, since I beat Aga, all the guards upgraded. Like somebody fought the King's Wizard. We need to up security throughout the kingdom to catch this guy. It's like, do you though? Do you? They don't. I'm harmless. I say as I go on a killing spree with my sword. Heart piece. Oh. Well, thank you for that. It's not incredibly useful, but sure. Sick kid's giving me everything he's got. Alright, up the mountain again. Excuse me. Alright, fine. I don't need super speed. Yes, this is the Isabella sprite. My pal recommended a character to search for a character. Saber from Fate. And I was like, I don't know that they have that. So I typed in SAB and I got Isabella as an option. And that was apparently better. So we're Isabella. This is a very well done sprite. I appreciate it. It was a good recommendation. Alright, what do we got here? It's just health? I can't get it anyway. Okay, no hammer. Oh, I didn't remember to get the Master Sword anyway, so even if that was something, I couldn't have done anything with it. Let's go get the Master Sword. I'm second guessing myself. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I got, I went to Agina after the, ow. Pretty sure I went to Agina after I did Desert Palace, but I don't definitively remember. I also don't want to go out of my way to check it out again. Oh, I did. I remember ducking through cactuses, cacti, and Jazz Hands Sandmen. Alright, well now we have the Master Sword. Which unlocks basically nothing. I think this will take me to... not where I was thinking. That's fine. This isn't that far out of the way. I know where the hookshot is, I just don't have a Dark World portal over here to get to it. We'll see if I can get one, though. Basically, using the castle gate, I should be able to travel to the Dark World, and I'll jump into the river and see if I can do anything from there. I'm like, I have 2 crystals, but they're not, I needed to double check just to be sure that they weren't, wait a minute, I can jump into the water down here. Yeah, if they were the red crystals, then that would be a hint about where to go. You know what, I have enough money, I am going to start pod. I'm like, I shouldn't be putting this off. The only thing is, I know I can't beat the dungeon because I don't have the hammer. It is possible that I could find the hammer in the dungeon. I mean, that is how the game works in, you know, vanilla. Am I going to regret not going to get the hookshot before starting this, though? Probably. There are 5 items in this dungeon. So, decent chance of getting something relevant. It is a crystal, though, again, I can't beat this dungeon. So, we're just here to hunt for treasure, in order to get progress on the game. Ow! Small key means I don't need to deal with the mimics just yet. I can run straight through this middle path here. And get bombs out, because I need bombs for this. He started being electrified at just the right moment to screw with me. Shameful. Okay, with one small key, I'm probably only going to find a small key up here, but I want to check it. Yeah. I do like that they put the little, like, exclamation points around her head. Oh! Whenever she gets, like, hit or falls in a hole or something. That's a fun touch. Alright, now let's check this place out. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Full magic back is good, as is getting all my health. Because now I can do sword beams. Not that I usually care for sword beams, but yeah, sometimes they're appreciated. Threaded the needle on that one. There's our big key. Alright. And small key. Okay. Back to the front because I don't have the hammer, so I can't proceed through there. I also have done a bad job of counting. I think I've only found one item so far. Other than that, it's all been keys and, keys. Oh. Sword beams. Wait. I need to go into the back. Sword beams. Okay. Okay, so we have, yeah, I'm gonna get these chests over here first. 20 bucks, okay, I believe that's 2 items. Small key, alright. And the map. Okay, with just 2 small keys. No, this could still theoretically be something else. Let's grab this. Small key. Alright. Part of me was like, that's probably just another small key. But I'm bad at telling when it's going to be. Arrows. I think that's item number 3. Heart piece. 4. We still have a big chest. Big chest might have the hammer. If it does, we can actually clear this place. Or it could have the compass. We'll find out. It's the compass. Alright, we're leaving. Alright, so with that being the situation, I'm going to go back to the lake and go get my hook shot and then check out what's on the... God, now that I think about it, checking the east side of Death Mountain, it should always be like a priority because there's so much stuff over there. So, live and learn. I will be going to get my hookshot, and then exploring the east side of Death Mountain. Just gotta go into the water here. And doggy paddle. It's funny, I know when the newest Animal Crossing game, which is not new at this point, but when it came out, people were actually, like, shipping the dog here, because she's like the mayor's assistant. They were shipping her with the guy from Doom, because another Doom game came out around that time. And that's amusing. Stun prize, just magic. Alright, I don't have a flute, so we're just gonna save and quit. Up the mountain. Make our way over to the broken bridge, where I can use the hookshot. That worked out okay, I think. You know what? I have the mirror. I should be going this way. That's the wrong cave entrance. These two side by side always screw with me. We don't need to approach Paradox Cave from the top. We'll leave it through the top, though. Okay, a little health and some money. Not incredibly useful, but there we are. And blue mail, 50 bucks. The mushroom. Okay. Quake. And 20 bucks. Okay. Armor color has changed. She's now wearing orange. It's a good color. Alright, now that we're up here, we will also, I guess, check Spiral Cave and also see what, no. We'll see what's on the floating island and, yeah, Spiral Cave. And then that's all we can do while we're up here. Just bombs over there. Nothing to worry about. Oh, Spiral Cave, please be something. You're my last hope. Probably not actually my last hope, but it certainly feels that way. Off the top of my head, I can't think of where to go after this. 20 bucks. Okay. Oh, wait, I have the mushroom. I guess we're doing the mushroom turn-in. Oh my god, are they really gating things behind the mushroom? I was like, I should hang on to the mushroom in case I find the Cane of Samaria. That's not happening. These guards are all over the place. And grumpy. They're all mad because I beat up their wizard. Take mushroom. Okay. Leave. Come back. Alright, what do you got for me? Bombs? Really? Well... our only ability to get into the Dark World is through that one portal. We have the hookshot now. I can cross the river. It's fine. Alright, we know what to do. God. Okay. The hook shot really was the key to everything. How could I forget it? Securing that should really have been my first priority. It wouldn't have come in handy in that dungeon, but that dungeon wasn't really useful for anything anyway. Ta-da! Now I'm over. With that, I can also check King's Tomb and Pyramid Ledge. Not Pyramid Ledge, I've already done Pyramid Ledge. Graveyard Ledge, the other ledge. I still love that little bit of tech there. It's mildly faster than doing an actual dash and bonk into the tombstone. You just hold your sword out to the side, dash and press up, and it counts. It's silly, but I enjoy it. I threw that the wrong way. Okay. That's what I get for rushing. Oh boy, health. I suppose I'm a little bit vulnerable. Sure, why not? We have the cape, so I also need to check Bumper Ledge. We do not have the fire rod, so I don't necessarily know if Skull Woods is going to be useful to me. The Titan's Mitt! Sweet. Alright, we're going in there. That's for sure. That'll be our Dark World access everywhere else. Well, not everywhere else, but it is useful. Alright, with Dark World access on East Death Mountain now, there's additional checks we can do when we're up there next. Which is not right now. Do you mind? Okay, you know what? Let's have a look in Skull Woods. It's pretty quick. I never checked the map. Skull Woods is a pendant, Turtle Rock is a pendant, everything else is a crystal. But there's only 2 items in here. They can be pretty quick to find. Small key. Compass. That's 1 item. Now I know this is going to be a small key. In fact, I know it's a small key. Why don't I just mirror out of here? Okay, we'll check the other half of this dungeon too. Ah. So 1 more chest I can access. So I may as well get it. You know what? Everybody in this room dies. It's hated that Wallmaster respawns. It's like, I killed you. How many hands do they have? Is our big key? Alright. Oh wait, this is a pendant dungeon. I want to check the pedestal real quick. I'm never going to be back in this area again. I want to double check. It's just health. Ped seed is dead. Seed. This is going to put me in something, isn't it? No, I can move. Okay, never mind. Alright, we'll go get our big key chest and get out of here. We'll be using bombs for that, though. Maybe? No, you know what? No need to use bombs for the bomb jump. I can just, well, I'll need bombs for the bombable wall, but... Oh, hiding skull bastard. Okay. Mildly faster. Actually, they're probably not faster, but easier to execute than possibly missing a bomb jump a bunch of times. And it's just the map. I already had full arrows. I didn't even need those. Alright, with that figured out, we're going to go to Kakariko in the Dark World here, and we're going to see what we can find. Village of Outcasts usually has some decent stuff in it. Bonk. Alright, what's the chest game got for me? A little health. And ether. That's all 3 medallions. Alright, I can officially open any dungeon now. Speaking of any dungeon, let's go do Thieves' Town. I am absolutely confident about my abilities to beat this dungeon. And while I'm in here, I can find out what Isabella turns into. There's our big key. Yeah, 4 items in this dungeon, so usually worth doing. Very difficult to just not get everything. It's all very... It's a very linear dungeon. I'm gonna guess Isabella turns into the villager. That's my guess. A little human character that wound up in Smash Brothers. Or maybe a leaf. I could see that. The currency in Animal Crossing, I believe, is leaves. Alright, a different dog. I'm not familiar enough with the Animal Crossing franchise to know what that dog was. I'm gonna use the cape to get through here. Just avoid all that nonsense. Pod has... Right. That's the snake lever. I don't pull that. Yeah, Pod has harmless Hellway. This dungeon just has straight up Hellway. It's terrible. You know what? You're probably just going to drop arrows. I'm not going to bother with these lizards. Which I believe might be this game's versions of Dodongos, which they're itty-bitty. And you don't use... Wait, no, the Dodongos have to be the flame-breathing guys. So I guess those are just random lizards. Ganon's minions just put wild animals in their dungeon. Which, I mean, to be fair, dungeon ecology is a thing. Not a lot of people take that into consideration. You know, you're playing like a Dungeons and Dragons game or something, and you're thinking, why does this dungeon have a gelatinous cube in it? Ooh, shield. Okay. We have all the dungeon items. There is a small key we don't have. It's possible the boss will have the small key. It's possible the small key is in the big chest. I'm hoping the small key is in the big chest because I don't want to have to come back for it. I mean, I can't right now. I don't even have the hammer. I never know what to do on the third hit. You know what? There. We'll just use the blue cane. Alright, what's my prize? Sweet! The small key is indeed in the big chest. I don't need to come back. Also, her little excited face is also fun. Okay, let's finish picking up the rest of the items in this town. So I didn't finish that. Okay, there's health. Would it have been useful in that dungeon? No, not particularly. I'll need a bomb for this next one. I didn't land that. Okay. Other people always make it look so easy. 10 arrows. Okay, also worthless. We'll go do the digging game, and then we'll rescue a frog. Then we'll collect the purple chest, and we'll do the checks over here. Bonk. Alright, let me in. Let's do it. What's that dog doing digging in the yard? It was all for $20. But I at least beat the timer out of there. Alright. Rescue a blacksmith. Yeah, I at least haven't had it happen where, like, you spend the whole time digging and then don't find anything. I remember that happening, like, back in the day, but I don't know if it's a thing that can happen now. At least in the randomizer. It might be like you would need to be extremely pokey in order to not dig enough holes, I think. Alright, exit. Come back. They're blacksmiths. They should have a hammer for me, right? They have health. I don't have the powder, so I will not be doing all that. I also don't have the hammer, so I can't do the hammer pegs. So we're just escorting this chest back with us slowly, which is fine. We'll just walk all normal speed, like a peasant with a hook shot. Bombs? I don't need those. I am -2 bombs at the moment, but that's not a pressing enough situation to pick up an item. Alright, Stumpy, what do you got for me? $20. What is going on? I mean, this may be setting us up for a hype cave. I will, however, be dropping this off first. Because I would like to be able to run. Yeah, okay. I was like forgetting if one of the crystals I'd obtained was one of the red ones. It was not. Normal ass crystal. With a normal ass lady in it. Bug net. You know what? That is a very Animal Crossing weapon to pick up. Alright, Balbo's tablet, what do you got for me? Heart piece. I have bombos. I have the Titan's mitts, I have the hook shot, I have the flippers. I can do Swamp Palace. I can do Ice Palace. I have loads of options. Actually, no, I can't do either of those technically. I can do Swamp Palace because I know the Specky clip. I can't do Ice Palace because I need the hammer to get to the boss. We'll see what turns up. Oh, fire shield. That's useful. Block those fireballs. 20 bucks. Bombs. 10 arrows. Fairy in a bottle. Alright. Well, as stated, I can do Swamp Palace. The game doesn't expect me to be able to do Swamp Palace, but we're going to do Swamp Palace. I mean, I'm right here. It really wouldn't make any sense to not do it while I'm right here. Hammer be damned, I always clip past it. I haven't done that dungeon properly in ages. Ever since the Specky clip was legalized in Saku-Racing League, I was like, we're gonna Specky clip this. Every time. Because let's be honest, if you're coming to the Swamp Palace and you don't have the hook shot, you're not making it very far. Ow. Okay, 20 bucks. Alright. Yeah, Swamp Palace also has 6 items in it, so, like, bear in mind this also is a very profitable place to go to in terms of just searching for items. I am going to grab this key from here, as it's good to have a spare key, and that one's pretty quick to pick up. Alright, and we're in the dungeon. I love that absolutely janky and very easy to set up clip. It shouldn't work, but it does. Using a bomb to partially push you into a wall. I love it. Boomerang. Okay. 2 items. We definitely should check left side. I do not have the red cane yet, so I will not be hitting that switch yet. Can't do diver down. Wait, I grabbed a spare key, so I didn't need to do this. Whatever. Okay, that's hit. I do need to switch this switch back over. And then I need to go around. I know you can theoretically use the hookshot to cross that. I've never been good at it. Maybe that's something I need to work on in downtime. Of course, my downtime has been mostly devoted to other projects. When I'm done racing this, I will need to... I recorded all of my thoughts about my movie I watched this week earlier today, and I edited it a little bit, but not enough. It needs more work. Ow. Bombs. Okay, that's another item. There's our big key. So now we'll go open the big chest. Excuse me. Is there not a... Oh, there's not a pot over there. Okay. My memory playing tricks on me. Doesn't it know tricks are for kids? Important thing is, we got the big key. Let's find out what's in our big chest. Bombs. Really? Alright, and I actually need to do this time. No diver down, I need to do this as intended. Four more things to pick up in this dungeon, and half of them are going to be trash. But you know what, that's fine. Compass, map. Well, there's the trash out of the way, which means the boss and the hidden chest in the waterfall room both have items. Let's find out what they are. $20. All right. I have that spare key, so I'm just going to go straight to the boss. Gosh, Hypna's not here to see me shave this eyeball. It's a shame. It's their favorite part of the race, probably. I do not begrudge people sleep. Except for myself, I begrudge myself sleep, apparently. Just based off of how damn tired I usually am at work. Ice rod. No. There we go. That could have gone better. The last item is bombs. Really? Okay, well... Gosh, Ice Palace has 3 items. I guess we're gonna go do Ice Palace. I don't need to be in the Dark World to approach it. In fact, I consider that to be a little bit of a hindrance. Wait, no, I can't do Ice Palace. I don't have the hammer. Let's see what the hint tile says, though. Before I go running out of here. Unique item requires a big red bomb. Where's my red crystals? Am I on top of one of them? I must be on top of one of them. Alright, we're gonna check East Death Mountain Dark World. We're gonna forget that we can't save and quit in the Dark World without going to the pyramid. Alright, here we go. Give me health for the road. I love that Ganon's plan was specifically I need to kidnap 7 maidens and lock them in crystals because they're descendants of the wise men, and by sending them to the Dark World it'll break the seal or what have you. When, like, all those maidens have, like, other relatives as well. Why does it have to be them specifically? Like, the old man in the mountain? He's also a descendant of the 7 wise men. He's one of their grandfathers. Same with Agina. And Sahasrara, I believe. This whole scheme kind of falls apart upon close examination. There's our red cane. And our hammer. Thank God I came here before I did Ice Palace. Whew. I'm definitely going to check this too. And you know what? Since we're here and we have a bunch of useful stuff for this, I'm also going to check Spike Cave while I'm up on Death Mountain. 10 arrows. I couldn't check it before because I didn't have the hammer. Fire Rod, we love to see that. Means I can also go do Skull Woods. Wait, Skull Woods is a pendant. I don't need Skull Woods. Oh right, the Lionels are unfazed by the Master Sword. Evil's Bane, forged into a weapon. Doesn't do a thing to Lionels. Fairy. Okay. I prefer to use my hearts there. Okay. You never know what you're going to find. But hey, now we have the ability to... Really? Well, we were... Okay. Hello, welcome on in. No, I'm not even close to the end yet. I still have a couple of dungeons to do. The Isabella sprite is cute. You missed. Shaving an eyeball. Yeah, I still need to collect 3 more crystals before I can go fight Ganon. So you're not super late. I hope you slept okay though. There are 8 people racing this week, which is about normal for these days. Yeah, once I clear this place out, I'm going to go do Ice Palace. I am kind of hoping that I find... Don't you do it! God damn it. I'm kind of hoping I find a sword upgrade in here, off of Helmsor. Yeah, we were basically on a hunt for the hammer and the red cane, and then we found both of them in the same cave. And that cave was up on Death Mountain in the Dark World on the east side, so I needed to get the Titan's mitts. It is true. It was, it's nice to get a couple of good things in one place. Rather than like that one seed from a couple of weeks back that was like, you know, just scavenger hunt the whole way through. I have the blue mail, so Helmsor shouldn't do a ton of damage to me, even if he manages to hit. Cape. Ow. I invited that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Dodge. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, dodging again. 13, 14, ow. 15, 16, 17. I was distracted because somebody forfeited the race. So weird, they did really well their first weekend. Well, thank God. Oh, what did I say going in here? I hope I find a sword upgrade on Helmsor. Oh. Okay. This means Ice Palace will be significantly less painful. Yeah, I think it's easier to get out of here in the light world. So we're going to do that. I've already visited Sahasrahla. Guard, how are you aware of me? Nowhere near you. Guys, please. Oh, it's bees. I thought one of these trees had an item, but clearly not that one. I will say this much for the Isabella sprite. I mentioned earlier, but you weren't here. I really enjoy the way that they have, like, they added in, like, exclamation points above her head when she bonks or falls into something or gets hit. That's a cute touch. And speaking of, here we are with the fire rod. So I can avoid touching these ice guys. Yeah, somebody really did a good job with this sprite. I am very impressed. Yeah, let's charge up our sword spin so I can spin there. And then spin there. Alright, more health. And we have the red cane, so I can do Icebreaker. Almost said Diver Down, that's a different dungeon. That's too far. That's still too far. Okay, we're through. Footsing around with it enough will do the trick, I guess. Now I need the hammer. Right there. Oh yeah, her bunny beam sprite is like another dog. I don't recognize them. Man, a lot of health. Oh, maybe. I don't know enough about the Animal Crossing franchise to say one way or the other. But if I get hit by another bunny beam, you get to see. And you can perhaps ascertain. Okay. Will I make it in? I did! Okay, didn't get hit. Do I have big key? I have big key. Let's blow the floor up. Same model but brown. It sounds about right. I was like, maybe she'll turn into the villager. Because, as I understand it, the mayor is relatively helpless without her. Let me in. Let me in. Slippy floor. Oh, mirror shield. That'll be super useful in the Turtle Rock I don't intend to run. That dodge didn't work at all. I'm a little bit shocked I haven't found the powder yet. It would be nice to have, but not essential. I'm guessing that the person who forfeited, like, a whole lot of my race so far has been last locationing things. So, like, going until I'm almost completely out of options for places to check, and then there it is. I've had that happen a few times so far. So I can understand if you, like, miss a check, then you might never remember what you need to find. Or where to go, or, you know, what you didn't do. Okay, so we'll start off with Bombos to just crack his shell. There we go. I didn't manage to pin them all in the corner, but it's whatever. Compass and another red crystal. Second guessing. Is Misery Mire a crystal? If Misery Mire is a crystal, then I need to find the flute. Myers a crystal. I need to find the flute. Okay. That's something. Okay. You know, whatever. I have strategies. I have plans. I'm gonna go... I know that there's a unique item on Pyramid Fairy, so I'm gonna go see what she's got for me. Which means buying a bomb. It said a unique item requires a big red bomb, and the big red bomb is only used for one thing. Let's find out what we're looking for. Give me that. Now the good news is, I did fight Aghanim, so I can do this the easy way. Yes, this wound up being an Aghanim seed. Fortunately, not a pestle seed. I know that that only has health, I believe. I think it said a little bit of love, so that's health. Not something I need to concern myself with. Alright, what do we got here? Boomerang. Silver arrows. Okay. Well. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, my option is to go to Turtle Rock. That's all I got left. So we're going up the mountain and we're doing Turtle Rock. Fortunately, I have the mirror shield. Remember when I said that I would be, the mirror shield would be useful for that Turtle Rock I wasn't going to run? Turns out we're doing Turtle Rock. Occasionally, you gotta. This is one of those situations. I'm going to need the hammer. Because I gotta hammer some pigs all on my paper. Oh no, wait. Oh. Alright. I'll open Turtle Rock. Then I'm gonna save and quit and go to Kakariko, because I would much rather check the hammer pegs real quick and maybe find what I need there than have to, go through a whole dungeon and then find out, oh, this is the wrong place. Okay. I'll check the first couple of chests, and then I'll duck out. It's the first couple of chests I need to double back after getting anyway. Hint tile, what do you got for me? Unique item requires a bomb. Oh god, care is already finished. Somebody did the hammer pegs quickly. Bonk. Small key. Alright. So much red cane in this dungeon. Shoot that, shoot that, shoot that. I got the blue cane ready so I can cane dash. Big key. Heart piece. Okay, now that I have the big key, I'm ducking back out. And grabbing the magic. Alright, so we're going to save and quit from the light world. Just doing it from the dark world doesn't do you any good. It just sends you back to the pyramid, and we don't want to go to the pyramid. We want to go to the sanctuary. Out of my way, all of you guards. No guards at Pride. There we go. God, part of me's not remembering how many items I got out of Skull Woods. I don't think there's another item in there, but there might be. I might end up dipping in just to kill the moth anyway. We'll find out. We'll see what we get here. This might be the answer to all of our problems. I didn't hit a single chicken. I'll take Butter Sword. Taco is also finished. Yeah, we're gonna go kill the moth. He'll be quick, because I have the Butter Sword. And it does so much damage. I know there's 2 checks in the backside of the dungeon that I couldn't get to before. So part of me is like, there's a decent chance. You never know. Got everything else in here. So really it's just the one area. There's Sartaz also finishing. It feels like it would be unreasonable for both of the items in this dungeon to be keys. And at this point, yeah, that's the only thing they could be, right? Wrong way. Okay. There's a bunny beam in here. Yeah, look like him. Eh. Okay, that one was a key. Sweet, we've identified the culprit. Digby. Wait a minute, hang on a second. Wah! I don't know if that's faster or not. It feels a little faster. It's probably not, though. Also, we totally have a town out here called Digby. It's one of our big small towns. Alright, let's kill the moth and find out what he's got. Like I said, killing him is fast. Magic powder. Am I getting sent on a fetch quest chain? I got the fire rod, I came here, I got the powder, now I'm gonna go check the magic bat. Steve has also forfeited, so now it's just me and 3 other people. So I guess regardless of how long it takes me to beat this, I'm at least going to beat it, so I'll place higher than 2 people. I know that much. Okay. Get that magic mirror ready so I can just pop that, I guess, here. I may as well. I'm going to do this relatively as suggested. Get that powder ready to go, and give me flute, please. Oh my god. Alright. Turtle Rock it is! But you know what? It was worth having a look. That's the thing about the randomizer. You never know where things are going to be. You can only speculate. Sometimes you're right. Sometimes you're wrong. So we'll just be doing Turtle Rock until we find the thing. Hopefully it's not on... You know, yeah, I'm just going to go up through Paradox Cave. Hopefully it's not on Trinex himself. Swear to God, if it's on Trinex, then I will have... The only thing that would be worse than if it was on Trinex himself is if Sahasrahla had it, and I needed to show him the green pendant, which you get from Trinex. It could happen. Yeah, okay. I'm like, I didn't... Oh, Saku finished. Okay. It's just me and one other person. I don't know who I'm racing against. Guess we'll find out, though. When either I finish or they finish, whichever happens first. These chain chomps trying to chomp my butt. Stop it. Get some help. No, I want that fairy. I turned that thing into a fairy for a very specific reason. Get my health back. You're supposed to be dead. Give me that key. Check this chest here in the middle. Compass. Zip through this pipe here. These things would be boiling hot. Like, people talk about going down a metal slide in summer. This would be so much worse. They're literally over top of a lava field. Exactly. You'd be flash fried. Yeah, you're not sliding, you are peeling the whole way through. Now, we need to check the big key chest, but we also need to check Mimic Cave. Because it could be in here. Alright, what do we got? 50 bucks. Alright. 50 bucks. Small key. I need the red cane next. Swear to God, searching through here for this thing, I'm like questioning things now because other people are finished, and they finished quickly. Who like, goddamn, who in this race is saying like, ooh, Turtle Rock is an option? Let's go do that right away. Servo finished, meaning I am the last person still running. I can just imagine. Oh, Saku's probably going to have a peek at my stream to see where I'm at and be like, what's he doing in Turtle Rock? It feels questionable at this point because everybody else is done and I still have a whole ass other dungeon to do. But we'll find out. There's our map. There's 50 bucks. There's our flute. You know what? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Mirroring out. We're not even gonna fuck with Trinex. We are going to go to the light world. Save and quit. Oh, Sanctuary to run to Kakariko to activate our flute. And then we'll go do Misery Mire. And then we'll go do Ganon's Tower. I have so much more to do. A very happy 6th place to me by default. I am in go mode at this point. I just needed the flute. I know I can get into the dungeon. I know I don't need anything out of the dungeon, so I'm just gonna find the big key. Yeah, you know, and this is the thing, is I can... The first person finished about 15 minutes ago. So, like, they only shaved 15 minutes off, so I don't know. Maybe they just found something faster than I did and didn't, like... There were some things that I absolutely last locationed. So, like, yeah. It would be very easy to save time by not running around and doing dungeons that I did and got nothing from. I've been in, once I set foot in here, every dungeon. I don't think there was anything in Escape, and I did that. I also made the mistake of going into... I did Pod twice, because I didn't have the hammer when I went there, and I could have had the hammer if I'd gone to get the hookshot first. I made some errors. People leaving comments, and I'm like, I'll read those later. Comments are not visible until after the race is done. Yeah, I'm like, I can find out in a couple of weeks how Saku cleared the race. Map, okay. At that point, I will have forgotten what the hell this was. And also, she was like the second last person to finish, so it won't be that different from what I did, I'm sure. There's our big key. Which means we are getting out of here. Yeah, give me that. Finally, that trick is useful. Yeah, we got the silver arrows too, but I'm not really feeling silver arrows fight for this guy, because that will use resources that I could save for Ganon's tower. Instead, I will pop the cape and just dash through all the eyeballs. I never hit the switch, so I think I just go to the room. Yeah. The balls. Okay. I've never understood those little balls that fly out of doors sometimes. What the heck is it? Is the door spitting at me? That's not what doors do. They don't have saliva glands. Okay, pop of the cape. Excuse you. Oh, okay. One arrow because I hit him with the sword a few times. Alright, give me that crystal, and now we go up the mountain again. Okay. God. Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm like totally kitted out. I've got the best sword, I got the best arrows, decent armor, and a really good shield. Let's be real, I have everything. The only item I'm missing is one bottle and health and a pendant. So, okay. We are... cabbages. We are headed over here. I believe Turtle Rock Teleporter is still faster because Paradox Cave is very quick. I'm like, I want my health back, so I will get that fairy. And then one of those dead rocks decided to screw with me. Okay. I do have... yeah, okay. I'm like, I do have all the crystals, right? Game's making me paranoid now. I will say there was one call that I made that was actually very correct, and that was, I didn't start the Ice Palace without the hammer. I was like, I could do Swamp Palace or I could do Ice Palace. And then I realized I couldn't technically do either because I didn't have the hammer. Swamp Palace, you can bypass the hammer check if you know how to do the Specky Clip, which I do, but there's no getting around it in Ice Palace. Bonk. $5. Small key. Big key. Alright, we're going up the tower. Speaking of that being fast, big key, like right away. Normally I'm like, you also need a small key in order to go into this place. But I got one off that first room, so we're good. We're just gonna go. Guys. Why did I uncharge my sword? Still gotta deal with these guys. And that's why I wanted to save arrows for this place. I still have a free green potion in my bag too, so I'm like not super concerned about magic use. Fire Rod is... Excuse me? That's not the direction he's supposed to walk in. You're supposed to be dead. Be on fire, please. I have never had that much trouble with that guy. Jeez. I missed the sprinkle. I came in here while still bunnied, so that was silly. Alright. I don't need to worry about magic that much, I tell myself. You know, it's fine. It's fine. This red cane doesn't use that much magic, and like I said, I got green potion. Flawless execution. Alright, let's get out of here. I guess I'm drinking my green potion. Because even if I use the lamp for all 4 of these torches, I don't think I'd have enough magic for it. And then I've got these 4 torches here, which you don't need the fire rod for, but they're much easier with the fire rod. Yeah, we'll do that. $20. Oh, I need another small key. Oh, I really screwed myself on that one. You know what? Just in case. 2 small keys. Alright, now we're back. We're gonna go fight Moldorm. Moldorm 2. Look at him go. Okay, now he's dead. I wonder what's in the last chest. I mean, no harm in finding out. It's not like anybody else is racing against me. Bombs! Okay. Oh! God, that glitch from the cape. She was trying to walk upwards and then got stuck in like a walking cycle. Alright, that's 1 hit off of what should have been a 3. These guys are really awkwardly placed. I'm doing so badly in this fight. There we go! Alright. Oh man. I am like well over my usual quick 2 hours. I'm at 2 hours and 15-ish. That's about where I'm gonna finish, I can tell, probably. I'm at 2:13 right now. So if I can beat Ganon in 2 minutes, we're good. Rocket Hand, Chosen Awakened Zelda, Blood, 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 yeah. I saw JoJo's, I know how blood works. Cape. Keep me safe, Cape. I believe 6 hits is all I need. But sometimes you want a few extra. Exactly. He's satisfying to hit. He makes a noise, he goes, you know, you bounce off him satisfyingly. It's nice. Oh. No, 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 no. He is getting these bats off much faster than I would expect. Oh. Alright, now he's dead. Alright, so we get the little outro song, and then I walk through the gate at the top. For a time of 2:14, 2:15. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my god, no, I'm a dog. I am playing dog. Alright, let's have a look at these comments. Yeah, well, I have a fairy in a bottle, so I wasn't too concerned. Let's see, Servo said, IP memes didn't help today. Sag. Sartaz said, who put that flute there? Saku Mood. Kara says, flute? Alright, let's speed through these credits. Yeah, I went everywhere. I got almost everything. I mean, you saw my start screen. I had, like, so much stuff. So much stuff. And, you know, I may not have routed the best, but, that's the thing. It's Randomizer. You never know until you're there. Narcissistic boy is happy again. Oh, right, he buried the mirror. God, the flute kid, the Stumpy, his story never does quite make sense. He's like, I can't play the flute anymore, so I buried it in, like, the grove where I used to play for the birds. And I'm like, how did you access the grove to bury your flute if you were in the dark world? And why would you bury it if you were in the light world? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to make sense, he turns into a tree. Maybe he buries it there for safekeeping and he comes back just to play it. I don't know. Alright, let's have a look at things here. Who did my sprite? Well, that's the thing, is if he'd buried it before he was in the dark world, then he could still play the flute. My sprite by Folan. Alright, good work, Folan. It's a good sprite. Special thanks. Saku right there. Important stuff. First sword, 7 minutes. Flute, almost 2 hours. Miserable. Mirror, almost 8 minutes. 4 fighter sword boss kills, 3 with the master sword, 1 with the tempered sword, and 4 with the gold sword. I fought 12 bosses. Terrible. 1200 damage taken exactly, 1857 magic used, 50 bonks, 19 save and quits, no deaths, no fairy revivals. I always try to at least not die, so there is that. Was in menus for 2.5 minutes and lagged for almost 10 minutes. How did that happen? 175 out of 216 for a total time of 212 and 15 seconds, or if we go by actual in real life time, 2 hours, 15 minutes on the dot. Well, 0.2 milliseconds, but you know. Who counts those? Yeah, you can see all this shit that I was not missing. I picked up so many things. Okay, well, interesting race. 6th place out of 8 racers. I'll take it. And yeah, that is where we will say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. I hope Monday's treating you well.